Hello! It's me, Angela de Souza, coming to you live tonight, Sunday evening, with my book. I did it in my pajamas. I hope you've got your jammies on. I hope you've got a copy of the book with you so we can read along together. And a nice cup of tea. Mine is still on the way, so I'm looking forward to that. Nice cup of tea. Have you had a good Sunday? I've had a busy Sunday, driving all the way to Wolverhampton to see my daughter. Hi George, all the way back. Hi Michael, meeting my granddogs. It's been great fun. But yes, I'm really looking forward to that nice cup of tea walking through the door any minute now from my wonderful hubby. So today we're going to have a look at determination. How do you know when it's time to quit and say, right, I should stop doing this business, I should draw the line, and I should just start again? Or do I keep pushing through? Because breakthrough is just around the corner. How do you know? Have you ever thought about it? Have you ever quit a business? Have you ever not quit and kept going when actually you probably should have quit years ago? It's a very tricky one, and I don't believe there's a right or a wrong answer. Well, I certainly haven't found one. I think you just have to really have a strong gut instinct and really trust that instinct, or make a decision and just, be willing to live with it. Make a decision and know that you're not going to feel guilty. There's going to be no regrets. This is the decision that you have to make, and you feel peace with it, and you keep doing what you need to do. We're busy reading the chapter of I Did It Without Any Money. It doesn't take money to make money. And there's so much more to this chapter than just it doesn't take money to make money. Here are ways to do it without money. We had a look at character. We're looking at who you need to be. We're having a look at those things that will attract money to you, and that has nothing to do with money. It's to do with who you are, being in the right place, the right time, and being the right person to attract people, because people buy from people. And so the best thing we can do as business owners is to become the right person so that people want to buy from us. And that's really, really important, and that's got nothing to do with money. So as I said, today we're looking at determination. And if you want to read along, it's on page 23. And let me read, and then we can chat a bit about it. The dictionary defines determination as the ability to continue trying to do something although it's very difficult. So difficulty is an essential part of building a business. Nothing worthwhile comes easily. Richard Branson said, "The ability to tap into your determination and grit is not just an innate skill. You can teach yourself to get up every day and to try to keep a new business going, despite long odds, partly by structuring your life and your job to make sure you are working toward your larger goals." So that's quite something. We could really unpack that. Tapping into your determination and grit. Do we do that? Or do we get frustrated when it gets hard? Do we have determination? Or do we quit at the first sign of a struggle? Teach yourself to get up every day and to try keep a new business going. What does he mean, teach yourself to get up every day? How about teach yourself to get up every day with a positive mindset? Get up every day with the determination that you're going to have a great day, that you're going to get it. Thank you for my tea. Tea's arrived. And structuring your life and working towards your larger goals. Larger goals. Do you have larger goals? Or are you just trying to survive? Are you just trying to get through the week, get to the end of the month where you can pay your bills? Or do you have larger goals that you're working towards? One thing that really helped me stick at it for the long haul is I have a long-term vision. I have a 20-year plan. Now that might sound crazy. I also have a 1-year plan. I also have a 1-week plan. But for me to be able to be determined, for me to be able to do what I need to do day in, day out, for a long time, in order to get to where I want to get to, I needed to change my mindset to a long-term mindset. So in my mind, I know that to build anything great will probably take me 20 years. If I know that to be true, because we all know there's no such thing as an overnight success. It takes about 10 years to 20 years to build an overnight success. Haha. So in order for me to be able to do that, I have to think, okay, I'm in year 1 of 20 years. Don't be frustrated with myself because I'm only in year 1 of 20 years. Or I'm in year 5 of 20 years. And so if my comparison of how I'm doing is in relation to the fact that I know it's a long-term plan, it takes many years to build a great business, then I become less frustrated and I stay determined. Okay, it's going to take me 20 years to do this. And you know what? It's a mindset. If in my mind I think, okay, it's going to take me 20 years to do that, then I can cope. But if it happens in 10 or 7 or whatever, bonus. That's fantastic. Let's read a quote. Lawrence Taylor said, "You just got to go play. And no matter how many times it knocks you down, no matter how many times you think you can't go forward, no matter how many times things just don't go right, you know anybody can quit. Anybody can do that. A Hall of Fame never quits. A Hall of Famer realizes that the crime is not being knocked down. The crime is not getting up again." I like that. Anyone can quit. But not anyone can get knocked down and get up again. Or get knocked down and get up again. And get knocked down and get up again. How many times do we have to get up again? As many times as we get knocked down. And that's not even in the book. That's an Angela original just for tonight. Business owners who succeed are those who have done the same thing for a long period of time. Sometimes it is just that simple. Live, learn, and try again until you succeed. Great business owners never give up. They never give in. It was Winston Churchill who simply said, "Never, never, never give up." Now, I don't want to contradict the great Winston Churchill. I completely and utterly agree with him that we should never, never, never give up. But in my first business, I had to give up. So I was building my passion. I was building a recruitment company around the video CV, something that I invented or believed that it was my original idea, probably not. But I came up with this idea of having a video CV. It would be a short 60-second little promo for the person that would be attached to their CV, and it would go out to potential employers, and they got to meet the person as well as read the paper CV. So I thought, brilliant idea. So I worked really, really hard on creating this video CV. I spent a lot of money setting up the website and getting the technology in place for this idea of mine, the video CV. After a while, I realized that in order to get the video CV out there, I had to have a recruitment agency. Now, I had no recruitment background, but I thought the best way to get the video CV out there was actually to have a recruitment agency. So I set up D7 Recruitment, thinking that's what I needed to do. I set up D7 Recruitment. I learned recruitment very quickly. I tried to teach myself as much as possible, and then I tried to learn from other recruiters. So I got really heavily involved in the recruitment industry, learning from professionals, reading, studying, etc., etc. Then I started employing staff because I thought, I'm not very good at this recruitment thing. In fact, I don't even really like it. But I'm going to employ people who love recruitment. I'm going to employ people who will go out there and bring the clients in. And I got so heavily involved in the recruitment process that I pretty much lost any plan I had for the video CV. It was still there, but it was a minor. And so what happened was D7 Recruitment grew. We had branches across the country. We had staff from Scotland down to south somewhere, I can't even remember where, across to Wales. On the surface, if you went to our website, it looked like D7 Recruitment was growing rapidly. It looked like the company was doing really, really well. In fact, at one point, just before, I'll tell you what happened in the end, just before the end happened, We were made an offer by a company in Malta who wanted to take D7 recruitment over to Malta, and they wanted to use our video CV and our business model. So that's where we got to. Sounds great, doesn't it? It must have looked great to the outsider. But what nobody knew was that I was borrowing money to pay salaries. My staff were not bringing any money in at all. They were out there, again, looking good, doing the part. But at the end of the day, I had exhausted all credit options. I had wiped my family out. I'd used credit cards, overdrafts, friends, family, you name it. Okay, we tried our best to get as much money together as possible to pay the staff until we couldn't pay the staff anymore. Then the staff turned on us. And then it was, I'm going to take you to court if you don't pay my salary. I'm going to sue you, etc., etc. So, should I have not given up? Or did I do the right thing by shutting down the business and saying, that's it, we have to draw the line. This is it. It wasn't for lack of passion, it wasn't for lack of vision, it wasn't for lack of determination. But sometimes you have to know when to stop. You have to know when to quit. And that's not saying that you failed. Well, it was a failure. But you have to understand that determination is something you need to do, yes. But there are some things that need to be in place. And I learned the hard way. I learned the very hard way that you have to keep your expenses lower than your income. You have to. And if your business is not allowing you to do that, then you need to stop until you can get to that place. And so yes, determination is essential. And yes, you need to be committed to the 20-year plan. And yes, you need to keep going. You need to keep going. But you know, doing 20 years of the wrong thing is not going to get you anywhere. So yes, Winston Churchill, never, never give up. But I just want to add to that. There are times when you really should give up. There are times when you are digging yourself deeper and deeper and deeper into a hole. And that's where I found myself with my first business. In a very, very big hole. In a very, very uncomfortable situation. Not only for me, but I put my family in that same position. And then I had to find a way out of that hole. And so there's a lot more to that story. I do a chapter on failure in my book. I did my pajamas. Just a reminder if you've just tuned in. But I just want to encourage you today. Take a good, long, hard look at your business. Do you need to be more determined? Do you need to keep going? Because you're only in year 3 or year 6 or whatever of your business, and it takes much longer than that to really break through into success. Or do you have to confront the brutal facts? Do you need to face reality and say, you know what, this business is never going to make me more than X amount every month? Or this business is never going to stop generating debt. And I'm going to keep digging myself deeper and deeper into a hole. And is it time to quit? And there's no rules. I can't tell you, you have to quit. Because some people have really got into debt. They've got into very bad situations. And they've stayed on the path. And they've recovered. And they've built fantastic businesses. So I'm not saying if you're in that situation, you have to stop. I'm saying you have to do what you can cope with. You need to be sure that you've got what it takes to stick it out, and you need to make sure that you don't feel guilty for quitting. If you need to quit, you need to quit. You can always do it again. It's just business. It's not worth dying over. I quit my first business. I spent a year childminding and doing odd jobs to make the money back, to get my family financially stable. And you know what? I tried again. And here we are. Here I am, telling you my story of how the Women's Business Club has grown into the wonderful national success that it is today. So I hope that encourages you. I hope that you get something out of that. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your story or your struggle. And if you have any questions or you just want to chat about your situation, then leave a comment right now. If you leave a comment right now, we can chat about it. Otherwise, I'll get back to you next week and maybe answer some of your questions. Do we have any questions for tonight? Please feel free to pop your questions in. We are monitoring them. We will get back to them. So this evening, as always, I promised to feature one of our Women's Business Club members. And tonight, I'd like to feature a lady in our club who has been in our club probably right from the start, pretty much right from the beginning. And this is a book not by her, but by the founder of the company she works with. So I highly recommend this book. It's called The Mary Kay Way. And it's the story of Mary Kay Ash, who was the founder and chairman of Mary Kay, the cosmetics company. It's a brilliant book, fantastic book. I highly recommend it. I read it over and over again because it is packed with absolute nuggets. But anyway, that's not who I'm featuring tonight. I'm featuring Nadezhda Hardiman. She's a Mary Kay consultant. Hi Nadezhda, hope you're watching. And I'm wearing her makeup, look. Absolutely highly recommend Nadezhda to you, as well as the products. But, you know, like we said, people buy from people, and she's an absolutely gem. She's an absolute gem. She's a wonderful person. She takes her time to understand what you need. She will work with your skin types. I've been through so many of her different products to try to find what works for my skin, because I have very sensitive skin. She will do lip parties with you and makeup parties, and I really enjoy Nadezhda's company while she's doing my makeup. She's a very kind woman, very giving, and she doesn't do the whole hard sell thing, but she always checks in. Do you need anything? I have this offer. And so absolutely, if you need makeup of any kind, or if you just want to have a makeover or a pamper, get in touch with Nadezhda. I will pop her website into the comments box below this video. And otherwise, just go check her out on the Women's Business Club directory, womensbusiness.club. So that's me for tonight. Just a reminder, one more thing, you can get the book, I Did It in My Pyjamas, over on my website, angeladesouza.com/books. And I'd love to hear from you. So leave your comments in the box below, and we'll be sure to get back to them next week. Have a great week.